again, everyone. If you are with me through all of the ones that I'm putting out today, I'm so sorry. We were crazy busy and had Lily's 16th birthday and Easter and all the things that we celebrate. So I kind of got behind on putting books out, but not reading, obviously, because I'm not going to stop reading, right? This next one I'm going to do is called, which is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think that the glare is kind of atrocious. But it is The Middle Finger Project, Trash Your Imposter Syndrome, and Live the Unfuckwithable Life You Deserve by Ambirge. So, I got this guy. Actually, pause. No. Okay, this book was written in 2020. Okay, it is the disclaimer. I would say there are some rough scenes that, she's just talking about her life, but can be triggering if you've been there or sad. So she talks, a bit about death or bad relationships. And there is, as you can tell from the lots of cussing, lots of cursing. So if that is not your cup of tea, don't pick up this book. If you do like a little saucy mouth, she might be the way to go, especially if you like motivational things. Reminded me very much of a Mel Robinson. If you've ever listened to her motivational videos, it kind of follows a similar vein, different kind of message, but similar vein. So Lusty Meter's a 3, and I only give it a 3 because there is mention of, adult activities, but it's not in depth, or she doesn't go on graphically with it. It is mentioned. So I didn't want you to get it for like a 12-year-old and be like, here you go. Well, I mean, I guess not 12. I mean, some people talk about, you know what I'm saying? Awkward. That's my way. Awkward. I'm always awkward. It's a thing. It's true. It's very true. So, okay. Let's find what that's about. Okay. Reader advisory warning. The book you are about to read contains graphic scenes of self-empowerment. May cause extreme confidence, ambition, and the desire for freedom, especially in women. Do not read if you are content filing TPS reports for the rest of your life, totally fine with never seeing Paris, or cool with the fact that you have no real money of your own. Early readers of this book have been known to quit their day jobs, build fabulous and lucrative businesses, drink wine before 4 p.m., and live generally amazing lives. Common side effects include highlighter fatigue, excessive chuckling, and neck cramps. Content not suitable for defeatists, naysayers, or the Swedish, because how much better could your life possibly get? So, a ton of fun. And okay, now I can say, so I totally got this book because I do suffer from something, I guess it hasn't been diagnosed with, something that I identify with is imposter syndrome. I finished my degree online and I had a lot of trouble feeling like I actually knew what I was talking about. It makes it where sometimes I get tongue-tied and the words just kind of can't, and I just feel like I don't really know what I'm talking about. Even though I worked my tail off, and when I go to talk about the topics with, in a not professional situation, I'm very knowledgeable, and I feel comfortable and confident in what I do know. I never say that I know everything. But imposter syndrome kind of follows along that vein, and I know quite a few people that have it, and it's, so I know I'm not the only one. So I was looking for a book that maybe had helpful tips and techniques to kind of help me overcome it, and to kind of feel more confident in myself, to put myself out there better. If that is what you're looking for when you go to pick up this book, I don't feel like that is there. The best thing I got when it came from imposter syndrome from this book was that I relate it to anxiety. It's going to be there. That is a part. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter. I could have a PhD and be at the top of my field, and I still would have imposter syndrome. It's something that I'm going to have to learn to overcome. That was helpful. That was probably the most helpful bit for imposter syndrome from this book. Now, I still really enjoyed the story. This, to me, is more of a testimony of Ambirge. And Ambirge. Is it Burge? I don't know. Now I'm second thinking. Anyways, so I appreciate the story that she shares there. And what she brings to the table is something so honest and pure. And I think that it's really, really awesome that she's able to put herself out there and her story out there and change her life by being courageous and stepping up and doing something different. If you are in any of those places where you need a boost, a change, a career change, a life change, I highly recommend reading her book. It was very, very fun and helpful. I think that while I enjoyed reading it, it wasn't what I was looking for at the moment. So it was a little harder for me to get through, but she does a fantastic job of sharing her life story. So for me, I think that this is a testimony. This is like a autobiography almost, is how I kind of viewed it. And if you view it as an autobiography, it's really, really awesome. It's very empowering to see what she's able to overcome to get to the places that she's at, and have the vulnerability and honesty to come out and say that to the world. Because I don't think, coming from someone with a rocky background in poverty, it's not always the easiest thing to hold your head up high and say those things out loud to the world. And I think that that is just very, very impressive, that she could write a book and be out there and just say it like, yeah, I was a poor girl from a trailer park. I grew up in a trailer park and I've got a potty mouth. So I would read this one again. I would definitely read it again when I was in a different mindset, and encourage me to make the choices to live courageously and fearlessly. I think especially for young ladies, young women, maybe not young ladies, young women, maybe 20s, I would totally gift this book to somebody. I already recommended it to a few of my friends that I thought that it would be great for them to read. And if you're sitting out there like, oh, it was me. Yes, it probably was. So how much will this bad boy cost you? So it is on Thrift Books. You can find it for $21.67. Kindle, $5.99. That's not bad. Hardback on Amazon is $14.69, or paperback was $25.48. Why the paperback is higher than the hardback, beyond me. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. In Barnes & Noble, it's just $25, and I think it's probably just hardback. So, again, the thing I didn't like, I didn't get a lot of help from it. It wasn't, at least not for imposter syndrome. Now, I did subscribe to her blog. Or not her blog, her email. She also has a blog, so if you don't want to buy the book, she has a blog that she's had for quite a few years now. She mentions in the book that you could totally go to and check out, and I bet it would have a lot of these awesome tidbits, especially if you are into writing. If you're into writing and you want to kind of push yourself forward from there, she talks about starting her own business and creative writing and kind of what that looks like. So if that's your kind of cup of tea, totally go there. That's probably awesome. Why it's not my biggest thing. I am not a writer. My partner is a writer. I'm a reader. I will read all the things. I wish I were a writer, because then I could read and write and make money. But instead, reading is free, alas. It just costs us a lot of money, and it's one of my very expensive habits. So, because I wouldn't even call it a hobby. I'd call it a habit. Yeah, I read entirely too much. So, okay, that is it on this one. If you have any questions, comments, or you would like more information about what this book is like, I try not to give spoilers, so you're still surprised whenever you read the book. I don't want you to watch this and then just be like, oh, well, she told me freaking everything. So, but if you have specific questions, let me know and I will totally answer. If not, enjoy reading it. It was interesting. It was interesting. Totally take a look at Ash's life and get yourself some inspiration to move forward and be awesome, because she had some pretty low points. She pulled herself out by her bootstraps. And she's fabulous. So thank you, Ash. You're a wonderful darling. And I hope you are in Costa Rica kicking butt and taking names right now, having an awesome cup of tea and picking a tomato. Anybody that reads the book will totally get that reference. All right. So thank you all so much, and don't forget to stay awkward. I almost talked over my books when I said that. Don't forget to stay awkward and read as much as you can and as